Hi, it's Teresa. I told you I'd be back today. It's late afternoon on Monday, June 21st, 2021. And I am in my backyard again, sitting in the shadiest spot there is, under some trees here. A big pine tree and a robusta tree. So keeps my area here about 10 to 15 degrees cooler. Anyhow, hope you're all doing well on this first day of summer. And I don't know, I checked the ephemeris today, astro.com. You know, the ephemeris shows where all the planets are. And yeah, we've got a nice water trine going on, which some people really love. It's the water trine is the moon in Scorpio, just about to trine Venus in Cancer and Neptune in Pisces. So it's a real mellow, calm, lackadaisical, sweet energy, and I am feeling it. I think I'm just have no pep today whatsoever, but I said I would do another vid real quick, and so I'm doing it because I'm a woman of my word, even though something's biting me back here, my chair. Just my doggy's in the mix. My old white West Highland Terrier who needs a haircut really bad. He's old, he's 15. Can't hear and probably can't even see that great, but he can still smell. Spazzy. His name is Spaz because he was full of energy when he was a little guy, huh? Okay, so wanted to give a shout out to a friend who was so nice to mention me on his radio show, his internet radio show he does every Sunday night. It's an astrology show called the 11th House Media on YouTube. Robert Phoenix is the host. He's a wonderful astrologer. I mentioned him before. And anyway, he also, I guess, sent out a tweet about my video, my YouTube video channel, which was really sweet of him, and I appreciate it. I think he felt bad for me because I hardly have any subscribers. But you know what? I don't even really care. It'd be great to have a lot, just, you know, to satisfy the ego a little bit, but it's just not that important. I'm just doing this for fun, as you all probably know that by now. I hope you do anyway, because if I'm in it for subscribers or likes, I'm in trouble. just doing it for fun. So anyway, back to astrology. I was talking to you about this trine, and it's lovely. So, you know, if you're a creative type, get out there by all means and do your work. Do what you need to do to utilize this trine, which will be exact, and I think in a couple hours. And then it fades away by evening, late evening tonight. But it will definitely motivate you to maybe do that masterpiece, painting, or anything that you really want to do. A good meal, you know, just something you've been working on, a story, if you're a writer, or you don't necessarily have to be a creative type. Just, you know, you go out there and accomplish something worthwhile, right? Because that's what the moon and Venus and Neptune are all about. They're kind of planets, luminaries that fulfill our dreams and emotions and love and maybe even financial stability. So a good time to maybe think of a good stock to invest in, or gamble a little bit, get a lotto ticket. Anyhow, shout out to Robert Phoenix again, because he was so nice to mention me, and I wanted to mention him anyway because he had a great show last night with a young astrologer, female named Meredith Wayne, I think her last name is. I think her site is meredithsluckystars.net. Anyhow, she's a great astrologer. She's really young. I think she's the same age as my oldest daughter, who will be 29 the end of July. Maybe Meredith is a year older, but I think her birthday's around the same time as my daughter's, and she seemed really nice and very knowledgeable as an astrologer. So I enjoyed listening to them speak on many topics on Robert's show last night. I think it started about halfway through. It was a 3-hour show, and she came on about halfway. And she was talking about the millennials, and they were discussing different topics, and very interesting. They brought up at one point, I don't know if she brought it up, about the Generation Z, that's the Pluto and Sagittarius generation that were born roughly between 1995 and 2008. And those kids now are, coming of age, and some are, in their 20s, but the younger ones, the younger Gen Zs, would be around my youngest daughter's age. She just turned 18, and then I know Robert's son, I think, is maybe 17. They have that Uranus in Pisces. Yeah, Uranus and Pisces aspect in their natal charts. And last night on the show, Robert and Meredith were discussing what that means, and they weren't really quite sure, because it's far out energy. It I guess happens every 85 years or so, but this one, or actually it might be longer than 85 years. Let's see, Uranus travels around the sun, takes 83 to 85 years. There's 12 sun signs, so it stays in each sign approximately 7 years. So 7 times 12 is 92, 94. 84. 7 times 2, 84. Yeah, so that's 84 years. But it does stay in each sign 7 years, so it might take, 160 something years for each cycle to return. So Uranus and Pisces we hadn't seen in maybe 160 years plus. I don't know. But anyway, with our kids being born with that aspect, Robert's son, my daughter, and maybe one of yours out there, it's very unique because Uranus does rule Aquarius. That's, the planet of uniqueness, eccentricity, even electricity, high technology. It's a very far out planet, Uranus, and it's a generational planet. So those born with it in Pisces, and Pisces, is the mystical sign ruled by Neptune. It's spiritual, and it's also kind of psychic. It is very psychic. What am I saying? It rules the psychic world. So those kids are very unique. And I was just talking to my 18-year-old daughter today, about it briefly. She was on her way to work and she really couldn't discuss much, but she was just kind of go, oh, Mom, you know, you and your astrology. But she was telling me something strange that happened in her room. I don't know, with some kind of things going on with her clothes or stuffed animals she had that were moved. And I don't know. She's like, I don't know how that happened. And I was like thinking it was the dog. And she was like, I don't think so. And so anyway, all this is to say that this is not uncommon for her. Weird things happen like that. And I'm thinking that energy could, you know, really tap into the unseen world. Yeah, you know, Pisces and Uranus, strange happenings. So it's interesting to really do a study on that and find out more about it, because these kids could be extremely psychic. And I know my daughter happens to have this aspect in her 12th house of Pisces. So who knows, you know, she could become a medium someday, or I don't know. She's not into it right now, so I don't push it, and I want her to explore things on her own, just like I did. So it's something I wanted to mention to Robert, and maybe Meredith is listening, that they did a great job last night. And thanks again, Robert. And I will link you in my description box or comment section so people can find your website for Sunday night Astro. And I'm gonna cut this off now because I'm just really feeling a lull today, and maybe this is gonna happen for a few days. I don't know. My moon is early Aries. Sometimes it gets hit by that early Cancer sun. I tend to feel it really. I feel my moon. I'm really attached. I really feel the moon energies, and any transits to my moon, I feel them deeply for some reason. I don't know if it's because I was born with Pluto in my 4th house. The 4th house is the Cancer house ruled by the moon, and I can just pick up on these just these subtle energies. If they're in hard aspect, I just want to retreat. So anyway, I will see, and I want to always talk to you guys about more things, because it's fun for me. And I hope you're all doing well as can be. Enjoy this summer, for good or bad. If it's too hot where you are, like I am, well, gotta head out to someplace a little cooler maybe, right? Okay, we'll talk soon. Love y'all. Bye-bye.